Hello, 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 everybody. This is Nicole from Fabulous and Frugal Jewelry, and I am going to show you how to use your stories today to create and sell a few sets or pieces of jewelry. So your story are the big squares on the top of your personal timeline. Your personal timeline is the one that you scroll on. So that is your stories. Your stories are just a group of pictures or quick animations that people can scroll through. They last 24 hours, but it is a way that you can sell some jewelry. Okay, so how to do this on your personal timeline, you hit add to story. If you've never used it before, you won't see your story. You would do add to story. So once you're in add to story, all of your pictures come up that you have in your gallery, as well as if you're going to take new pictures. There's a picture, that camera up there in the right-hand corner. If you want to take a picture right there, you can write some text where it says, take a selfie. Boomerang is the little quick animation that would show up. So what you, picture-wise, it's best to use pictures that you've taken. For example, this one here, I've already used it, so I'm not going to. But if you use that picture, you can use stock photos. I'm not saying that you cannot. But if you find one that you have a collection that you're trying to sell, it's best to use the stocks of one that you've taken. So I'm just going to use an example of these tassels. I've used this before, but I'm just going to use it as a test. So what I did is I went here, scrolled in my gallery, and I went ahead and chose that picture. So once you have the picture that's going to go in your story, you want to let people, you want to decorate it a little bit. So these stories don't last before 2 seconds or something like that, or they could last long if your live is on there, but you want people to catch it and you want it to be eye-catching right then. So in the right-hand corner, you see some options. The first one is a sticker. You can put, see your location, time, temperature, things like that. I'm gonna put a little picture. You can even go down and get to the emojis, scroll down there. So I'm gonna just put fire because I think these earrings are fire. So you can put the little fire somewhere and you put it here. So you can do as many stickers as you want. You don't want a lot of text on there. You want, a lot of extra going on because people won't see it very long. The next button down is your text. So your text, just you're going to do the normal things. You want $5 each. If you have a set, you do $5 for the, $10 for the set, or 15, how many pieces you showing, and then $5 a piece. So they know if they don't want the whole set, they can buy some. So you type it in there. You see the color bar, the color wheel. You can change the color to whatever you want. And then you hit done. I don't want that color. Done. And then if you click it again and you hit the A that's by the color wheel, you can change the background, and then you can go back and change the color and things of that nature. So you can play around with that. The next one is the justification, center, right, left, and then you have the different fonts. You can do any of the different fonts. When you're done, you hit done up in the corner. So you can move this, and if you pinch your two fingers together, you can make it bigger, smaller, whichever way you want to do it. Next, how they going to buy. When people see your stories, they can comment on the story. They can hit love and all that, but they can also comment. So you want to tell them they can comment. You're going to go back to text, and you're going to do comment. You can either do comment or reply. And because I think it says reply, so you might want to do reply to claim or reply to purchase, whichever one you want to say. All right. And again, you can change, you hit done. And this is what I always do. I make several. And to be honest, I don't know how I end up doing that. So I'm going to delete some of these. When you scroll it down some, the trash can comes up. And you can, if you put it in the right area. So see here, y'all, I don't know how I end up doing it, but now you know if you keep pushing on it and you make 5,000 of the same ones, you know how to stop it. And you just hold your finger down and move it down and the trash can comes up. So now, like I said, you can make this bigger by pinching your fingers, smaller, or you could move it around. Whichever way you want to do it. I'm gonna move this up here, move this over, and maybe make this straight down below. So you want people to be able to see. So once you're there, now the other ones is a filter, the third button. The wand is if you want a little background, you want to put a little sparkle in it, or things like that, because this is a quick picture. So you want to catch people's eye with it. So once you have it, like you want it, then you hit share to story. Okay, so it's going to add it to your story. And give it a minute. So on your story, one of the good things about it, you can see who has looked at your story. So to change between stories, it said you go on the end of your phone, on each end, and it'll go back and forth. And you see the little line up there is how long it's going to last, okay? And how fast it's going to go. So like when you can see how many people saw. If you go to the bottom left, you see I had 8 viewers on there. If I click that up arrow, I don't want to put everybody's name out there, but if you get on that up arrow, it shows you exactly who has looked at your story. If you have people that have looked at your story several times, you know, you might want to send them a message and say hello. You're not going to say, hey, you want to buy my stuff? No, you send them a message, say hello, and start that conversation with them. So that's a good thing about the stories, because the timeline, you don't know who saw your picture or not. So this is another way that you can sell some jewelry. I've been doing it this week, at least the last 3 or 4 days, and I have sold jewelry every day from my stories. So this is another, like this one is a set. You see how I put $10 for the set, $5 a piece, comment to claim. That's what you want to do. You want to make it quick. You want to make it easy for them to see what you have to offer. All right, so if you want to, when you're at this point, if you want to add to new, if you go down to the bottom right, you'll see the add to new, or you can add it to your highlight reel, which keeps those particular stories that you want to click. So this is another thing to put in your arsenal to get your jewelry out there, to sell your jewelry. So go ahead and use it. It's not a difficult thing. If you have any questions, make sure you put it down in the comments, and I will answer those for you. So thank you for joining me. This is Nicole. All right, everybody.